Hi everyone, welcome to Career Talk. There was this one employee at Twitter who was asked to leave as a part of the mass layoff which happened at Twitter some days ago. Surprisingly, after few days, he was called back to work and he has tweeted it saying that he was called back to work at Twitter because Twitter felt that he was a critical employee or a critical talent. So he came back and then he worked on certain documentation and provided certain sample code, and then he was fired again. So the difference here is that earlier he was getting 3 months severance pay and now he's just getting 4 weeks of severance pay. So this is really terrible, and such incidents actually add to a lot of chaos which is happening out there. When we talk about India, there is also a news that the government has asked Amazon about the layoffs, why it has done layoffs in Amazon India, and Amazon has responded that these are actually not layoffs, but these are actually voluntary offers given to employees to quit, which Amazon calls as voluntary disengagement program. So while these companies are giving these separate titles or separate names to letting people go, the meaning is the same. People are losing jobs, because there is also news that Cisco has reportedly cut down on a certain percentage of employees and they have called it as rebalancing. So new terms keep coming, but at the end of the day, people lose jobs. And let me tell you what is the impact on the job market because of this. Number one impact is that the kind of salary offers that were available in the market in the last 2 years have drastically come down. So in the last couple of years, we have seen a lot of job offers which were there in the market with 100% hike or 200% hike, and sometimes even more. Now that situation is under control, or should I say that situation is now coming to the pre-COVID level, where the hikes are on an average around 35% or maybe between 35 to 40%. That is first impact. And second impact is because of hiring freeze, now there is a lot of more effort that people need to take in order to get offer letters from companies. I have spoken to few people, and let me quote one example where somebody actually appeared for 11 interviews. Out of 11 interviews, this person was, let's say, able to clear 5 interviews, but out of those 5 interviews, he at the end of the day got just one offer letter. The 4 other companies who actually selected him did not release the offer in the end. They told that the positions have gone on hold, which indicates that there is a lot of caution on the hiring aspects, and sometimes positions are being kept on hold, which in turn means for us that we need to be extra cautious if we are switching jobs at this point in time. Now let me bring up a very important point. Let's assume if there is layoff happening in your company where you work, how would you know that whether you will survive in the layoff or whether you will be fired in the layoff? How can you know that? While there is no prescribed way of finding it out, there are at a high level 5 questions which you need to answer in my view. If the answer to these 5 questions is yes, then there are high chances that you will be retained. If the answer to some of these questions is no, then it means there are certain things which you are not doing right, and that is why you will probably not be retained. So now let me disclose those 5 questions. Question number 1, are you critical for the company to generate revenue or earn money? Question number 2, are you difficult to replace quickly? Question number 3, are you working for a profit center? Which means, are you working for a department or a unit which is actually making profit for the company? Question number 4, does your boss have a good opinion about you? Question number 5, does the center head or the head of the department have a good opinion about you and your work? So these are the 5 questions that you need to ask. And why is it important to get yes as an answer to these questions is the first question, which is, are you critical to generate revenues? If the answer is yes, then it means that you are actually part of a team which is making money for the company and they don't want to let you go. Number 2, if you are difficult to replace, then it means there is certain dependency on you, which may be because of domain knowledge, business knowledge, IT knowledge, or because of your niche skill set. There is some dependency, that is why you are difficult to replace. Number 3, if you are working for a profit center, which means you are working for a department or a org or a unit within the company which is actually profitable, which is actually making margins for the company, so that is why you are probably more safe in this particular unit. Point number 4 indicates that your boss has a good opinion about you, which actually means that you are not only doing good work, but you are also maintaining good relationships within the company with the right people, specifically with your boss. And number 5, if your department head or unit head knows you by name and knows your work, then it means you are good at creating your visibility. You are not just doing work, but you are also making sure that your work is reaching to the highest level in your department or your org. So these are some of the thoughts which I wanted to share with you on the current scenario. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I will be happy to respond to them. Also, subscribe to the channel and like the video if you have not done it already. Share it in your WhatsApp network. I will see you in another video after 2 days. Till then, take care. Bye for now.